Hey, what's happening, good one? SirJames coming at you guys with another video. Hopefully you guys are doing well, and today my Ultimate Works Darth Maul lightsabers have finally come in, and I was actually kind of surprised more than anything that DHL was actually delivering on a Sunday, so I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't think they did, but apparently they do. So let's go ahead and get right into this. I am curious to see how these ones are and all that. So obviously you can tell already from the box, apparently I'm not getting a fancy package like I did with the Kit Fisto lightsaber. I'm not sure how this one is boxed down. I'm assuming it's kind of like the one that I did before, right? There's some things rattling around in there, so I am a little bit concerned. Oh, there we go. I just wasn't cutting in all the way. And I'm not wearing any of my jackets today because it's just it's way too warm right now. Alright, so that side's good. And I do have the puppies here. They're kind of just lying on the bed right now. So as soon as I'm done, I'm going to put the fan back on. They're fine at the moment because they were just out in the pool. So lucky you guys. Now, I am kind of concerned in terms of the actual blades, because unfortunately when you order something from Ultimate Works or the pack store and you choose to get it with the blades, you don't get any options to choose the sizing of the blade. So I'm hoping these are not 36-inch blades, though I feel like they're going to be. And also too, I hope if they did put episode on the plaque, I hope they actually spelt it correctly, because on the Obi-Wan saber and the Kit Fisto, you may have noticed that they misspelt the word episode on there, which is a bit weird. Obviously not on the Revan one because it doesn't say episode, but we will see. These look like 36-inch blades. Dang it. Okay, so apparently there's a lot of... So we got 2 bags of accessories. It looks like blade plug. We got a big old tool in here. Actually, we got a variety of different tools in here, so kind of surprised on that one. Hey, wait a minute. Let me just make sure. Okay, they actually spelt it correctly this time. What about the other one? Alright, good news. They actually spelled episode correctly on the plates this time. So that's awesome. Alright, we got 2 sets of stands, so awesome that we are getting the full-on package here. Now these are actually going to be using the thinner blades, the 7/8. Actually, let's see here. So yeah, they're definitely going to be 36. I'm assuming they're 36. But hey, at least I got longer blades for that size. Then we got a couple, as the community calls them, burrito sabers. Nope. I accidentally held a button because I just heard boots. Alright. Put you down in there. Alright, we're definitely going to look at the paperwork, because unlike the other Ultimate Works lightsabers, the Darth Maul one here is slightly different. In fact, the chassis that are in the Darth Maul saber are only usable for the Darth Maul saber. So meaning, like, unlike the other Ultimate Works sabers, like the last video, the Kit Fisto, I can't just simply take a chassis from any of those other sabers and pop it into here. These ones use their own specific ones. So if you guys were kind of curious about that, that's pretty much how it goes. Let's just go ahead and kind of quickly open up the baggies here. Like I said, we have 2 sets of stands, so we can go ahead and pop these 2 on, or I could just, again, 3D print one. Put that back here. Okay, this one's loaded with tools. So we got paperwork, so they included both sets, just in case if you lose one, you got a backup. If you lose that one, if you have other Ultimate Works sabers, you got a backup upon backup. Alright, so we got 2 sets of charging cables. We got 2 sets of stands with all the corresponding pieces. Let's see, right here and here. We have a connector with sound venting for the Darth Maul saber. We have some nice looking blade plugs with some pretty decent weight to them. Cool. And then let's see. Yeah, I don't know why they included this big one right here. Look at this. If it will focus. This is a big tool right here, so I don't think this is going to use it. I mean, I'll be surprised. Okay, see, I did press it. But we did get 2 sets of these with various of sizes, and it looks like we have a couple extra retention screws too. All right, so let's go ahead and nameplate that. Okay, so we're going to put these down here, that back here, and we'll start with the first one. I don't know why I put the cutters away. If you guys think about it, there's a lot of saber reviews coming because I did a few unboxing videos. Now I need to get to the reviews. The Corbanth MPP 2.5, Ultimate Works Darth Maul, Ultimate Works Kit Fisto, what else? The Graphics Supreme. And you guys got your bones. You know the rules, so don't make a mess. Alright. So here's our first one. So far they look pretty nice. Nice and new, nice and fresh, so they could eventually get some wear and tear. I keep putting my knife away before I'm done with it. And then you know what? You might as well bring this over here so we can see how much these sabers weigh. Alright, so we got our hilts here. Okay, cool. There's even they did the crystal back here, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. Let's go ahead and turn on the scale. They do have some heftiness to them. So as individuals, these weigh in at 1 pound 4 ounces, or 0.4 ounces. Double check. This one is 1 pound 0.3 ounces, and if we have both of them here, 2 pounds 0.7 ounces. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and put this off to the side here and bring this paperwork because we're going to need it. But let me give you guys a closer look here at the hilt. So nice shiny red, and this is what I was referring to. Hopefully you guys could see that okay. But yeah, there's a crystal down here, so that's cool. I like the attention to detail. Oops, and I hit the camera. Again, it's not the first time I've done that too. Okay, excuse me. Alright, so let's see. I am curious because I remember seeing a video where he removed the chassis and there was a little crystal on there. I'm not sure if they're still doing that or not, but I am curious to see if they are. And I just wanted to make sure that we pull this out correctly. How to remove SD card, how to insert the module, unscrew and take off the emitter. Okay, so the emitter looks like it's not attached to anything, so we could unscrew this safely if we wanted to. So we're just going to go ahead and sorry, people like to interrupt. Alright, so we got our pin connectors on the top there, which from what I've heard instructional wise is to not mess with that. You guys could share the bone. Sharing is caring. Alright, so let's see, there's a couple areas. So it's not like the other one where you could just simply pop the bottom and just go ahead and remove. This one requires a little bit of extra work. Alright, so let's see. This one, you just unscrew the 2 screws to take. Alright, unscrew 2 screws, better to take them off and easy to align while inserting. Hold the top of the chassis and draw it out. Make sure the buttons are not pressed. Alright, so we'll see if I do this correctly. Figured out, right? You know, it's part of the unboxing experience. Running an up check on the bed. I'm not sure how much of the screw that you need to remove. I'm assuming just enough, right? Exterior. So yeah, see, unscrew and take off the emitter to see the top of the chassis. Unscrew 2 screws, buttons to take them off. Okay, so we do have to take them off. This is what happens when you don't read the instructions all the way. Alright, and hold the top of the chassis and draw out. Make sure the buttons are not pressed. Okay, do we have to remove this, I'm assuming? We're going to figure this out. This is part of the experience. I'm assuming I could push this down without touching the gold pins. Unless there's something here that I am not seeing. No, wait, I think we have to take it up from the top. Okay, there we go. Comes from the top, not the bottom. Oh, hey, cool. They are still doing that little crystal. There's a crystal in there, so when this is on, you will see that actually glowing. Obviously, you won't see it when it's in the hilts. So this is what this chassis looks like. You got your gold pins exposed there. There's a light here that will shine through that bottom section. All right, cool. Now, it was kind of weird because when I looked on the pack store, they basically stated that the little crystal chamber in here was for pre-orders only back when it was first released. And well, as you see here now, that is apparently not the case. So if you do get the Darth Maul saber, you will get that little crystal chamber. And to put it back, you just got to push in the chassis and align the openings, and then you can go ahead and screw in. And then of course, I know you guys patiently waiting for me to go ahead and turn this on, but you know, the whole point of the unboxing experience is to take a look at it from start to finish, and then obviously this will be touched up in the review more simply. So now you guys know, if you do get the Darth Maul lightsaber, if you have to remove the chassis, you have to unscrew the pommel. Or not the pommel, you have to unscrew the emitter. You have to remove these 2 screws completely, and without touching the gold pins, remove the chassis from the top, and then you put it back in the opposite way. So let's go ahead and see which one is the power button. I'm assuming the red.
Boot.
Okay, holding the red boots it. And we actually do get lights blinking. In a kind of a pattern like the Cute Fisto. Alright, cool. Make sure the other one boots up too. And something dropped. What was that? Okay, a gold pin came off. Seems to unscrew, so we're going to put this off to the side. I'm going to make sure I need to fix that.
Boot.
Okay, that one booted too. Let's see. Alright, let me show you guys this. So it seems to blink instead of just stay on stable. I feel like it should just stay on stable. I was kind of curious to see if it did anything with the effects, but apparently the saber, it's just it's pre-wired in a different format. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, and we got this gold pin here that hopefully I don't lose, we are now going to go ahead and I guess might as well connect them, right? It's kind of the points. You know, the nice thing too is that because it's got that bottom piece here, you don't really need a pommel section. Unlike the Corbath one where there was a pommel that you can go ahead and put on to keep whatever the internals intact. And I'm hoping these will align perfectly. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out whether or not if that would be the case, or do I have to do something to fix it, because
Power off.
okay, well that's a quick power off. I think there is something on the inside that you can adjust, but we'll see if this will line up perfectly out of the box. Okay, almost. It almost lined perfectly, so obviously I'm going to have to adjust that. But for now, let's go ahead and insert a blade. That is a very long blade. And we're going to use the smallest tool here to tighten. And inside here we got 1, 2, 3. There's 3 sections to tighten. Alright, so now we got that secured. I don't even know if I have room to support 2 blades. You know what? I do have these small ones here. These are 28 inches. Would this fit?
Power off.
Let's see.
Boot.
Let's see if this boot's on. Alright. So my smaller blades do fit, and it's a good thing I got those ahead of time. So we're going to have 1 long blade and 1 short blade. And by short blade, it's 28 inches, not 36. Alright, and turn that off here, and we're going to go ahead and turn off this other light. Alright, so here we go. So here's the one with the 28 inch long blade. And without hitting my 4K TV, here's the 36 inch blade. So, I mean, again, some people may prefer the longer blade. For me, personally, I prefer the shorter blade. Go ahead and turn on.
Power off.
Oops, which one did I turn off?
Power off.
Okay.
Boot. Boot.
Okay, so there we go. Now they're on. Obviously, I have no possible way of swinging this in here. So let's see. Let's move the table away. Let's see what I could possibly do in here. So we do have our smooth swing, of course, because it's using the Asteria board. In terms of buttons here, this one is power, the red, and the silver is your secondary. Let's see, for color switch, it's nope. One sec. How many reds are in here? Okay, I've been selecting color switch on this side. For whatever reason, all it is red. That's kind of weird. Oh, finally it switches to a green. Eesh, it was on red for like 5 or 6 color switches, but as you can see, now we have green and, you know, whatever colors are on here. Let's go ahead and turn that side off. Switch fonts.
Vengeance.
Okay, so this one switched to Vengeance, this one switched to Young Ray. So this one's got that staticky color. This one's got that red with the pulsing light. This one may have went out of order, so let's go ahead and switch.
Young Ray.
Nope. I think this one's going backwards for some reason.
Lord Vader.
Vengeance.
Let's see, what, this one? Nope. Alright, let's go backwards again.
Young Ray.
Power off.
No, not power off.
Boot.
We got our spectrum color, so if you want to use that one.
Lord Vader.
You definitely have to press the buttons in quite well.
Vengeance.
How about this one? Oh, that one's got the...
Vengeance.
Yeah, now we're on the same page here. This one's kind of got that little flicker going on. You also got this one with the flickering there. Alright, so let's go ahead and just unscrew these really quick. Just so I can kind of get a little bit more of a proper view, because I can't swing these in here. There's a reason why I use shorter blades in my videos when I'm in my room. So we know clashing works. Just kind of get a feel for a single one. Hopefully the buttons are good. I'm kind of worried about the buttons. I wish they're a little bit more pressed in there instead of feeling too loose. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I'll need to test them out. The sound on here doesn't seem as loud when it's all by itself. Seems quite low compared to my Obi-Wan or my Revan sabers. Let's go ahead and switch another font. Yeah, audio definitely seems low, so I'm probably going to have to bump that up in the settings. And it seems to feel like a little bit of an effort to press the button.
Lord Vader.
Alrighty then, so let's go ahead and hit the camera yet again. I need to like get a stand that has like a different color. So yeah, these are the Ultimate Works Darth Maul sabers. Actually, no, I am curious. Let's see if we could remove the chassis without it being powered off all the way, so that way you guys could see that crystal. Then of course, whenever I do my review,
Power off.
thank you for that. That way whenever I do my review, I could be in an outside setting where I'll actually have room to swing it. There we go. Alright, so at least I'm happy with that my blades work. So that's awesome to know. Let's go ahead and get the other tool here. So we're going to go ahead and... Nope, that one's not it. You got to use the bigger one. So I guess that's the reason why they give you a big bag of all kinds of screws here. Alright, so here is the chassis. As you can see, it's still got power to it. As long as we don't touch the gold pins on the top, we are good. So let's go ahead and turn it on. There's a switch here where the buttons line up. As you can see, we have a crystal in there. Like I said, the audio seems quite low out of the box, so hopefully I could bump that up a little bit, get it to much more of a proper sounding tone to it. Let's go ahead and turn this off. So yeah, so far first impressions, the Ultimate Works Darth Maul saber. isn't too bad. I like the fact that they have, you know, the extra detail there on the bottom, with the crystal exposed. I wish that was more of a subtle light. I mean, I'm assuming it's more of a subtle light rather than kind of blinking, but I don't think there's anything, at least as far as I see, that you could change that based on how the wiring is done, because it seems to be on a completely separate switch there. But overall, pretty cool. So let's go ahead and hold down the power button here to turn it off. I do have a Darth Maul Saber font that I'm looking forward to adding as, of course, my profile one for these sabers. And, you know, I will give this the chance with the longer blades, but I'm probably going to be going back to the shorter blades. But again, first impressions out of the box, I like the fact that we still get the little mini crystal that's in there. Seems to be pretty simple to take apart, nothing too complicated. There's just a few extra steps that you need to do if you needed to get access to the internal portion of this. But that's really about it. Again, they got correctly the episode name, and you get 2 stands, you get your blade plugs and everything. Here's what the blade plug will look like. If you are curious, by the way, it's similar to the Kit Fisto one. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video upload.